All right. Good morning, everyone. Sunday morning. It is chilly. Yesterday I did a live stream. It was 30 degrees. This morning it's 10. Yeah, we're going out here for a nice little walk at Uniacke Estate. Got a few things to do at the house this morning, so opted to head out. So needed to get just a little stroll here, show you guys what's going on. Hopefully the quality is going to be pretty good. I think what I'll do here is just pause here for a second. Here we go. And try to get some quality here. Some interesting features here. What was interesting about this place here, Buddy was a loyal, I believe the story, he was a loyalist. And from the States, Virginia, that stuff kind of settled here. He was like a lawyer. But when he built his estate up here, he also planted a whole bunch of non-native trees. A lot of trees from down in Virginia. So there's a few of these monstrosities that are unique. So for example, one of them is a very big American chestnut tree, which I think I showed once in the previous video. There's a few other things here. A bunch of different trails. And over here, in this open field, see a little hill over there. That's where he had hot houses to keep stuff over the winter and that kind of stuff. So there's a few things. But today, we're going to be walking this trail here. Good morning. There we go. All right, a little bit of a fog this morning. And actually, you know what? Let's just do a little pan again. See where I'm at this morning. Yeah, fog this morning, which is good. Was able to sleep. Like I said yesterday, we had a heat warning. And it broke last night around 8 o'clock. Temperature was just dropping. Thank the Lord. Not used to this heat. Always found this funny. People kind of created the trail to go straight, but really the trail goes this way. Just go around this big tree. We're getting pretty close here to the lake, so it's kind of like the warm up. So we started at the parking, we're at the red arrow. We're just gonna follow the left of the lake, then come back on the drumlin field, and that should be a nice little walk there. So should be nice and short today. If I went the other way, the trail would be like this for a little bit, not very long, and then it would start to get to goat path kind of quality, and things get a little sketchy. Don't have the appropriate footing this morning, so not much view of the lake this morning. Not much view. I'll keep going on here. And we have a better view of the estate coming up here. Let's see the estate over there. We have this row of trees coming from the house. Kind of an avenue. And there used to be a building here on the edge. Could have been a boathouse. Kind of makes sense. Wow. Could see a lake. But we're gonna follow this trail. Get back into the woods. Pretty nice walk. And like I said, we're going to come back up on the top here and get another view here. A lot of geese have been around. See a lot of Canada goose poop. Apologize if I don't see any comments. Stop here in a second there and see if there's any comments and respond to any questions. You can see here, I was walking by, there were some big trees. Wish I could get cut down. Another one here that got just pushed down by the wind, one of the storms. One of the problems here. Not a lot of topsoil. Right? Granite is underneath, so the roots don't go deep. They go wide. Don't go deep. Yeah, that was the latest one here. We kind of got pushed back. There's a fairly big tree here. View of the house. The estate. Was part of a back in the day with stagecoaches. This was the path from Halifax to Windsor. Windsor, you had a British Army detachment, so they would do their marches. This wasn't the road. I've covered that in a previous video. Covered that in a previous video. Oh, let me just see here the comment here. Oh, very nice. 8 a.m. Brazil. Yes. What time is it here? Yeah, it should be the same time zone. Brazil and Halifax. It's 10 Celsius right now. Like I said yesterday when I did my another live stream, it's 30. So The rest of the week should be around the 20-21 degrees, which is the normal. Nice little spot. Now we got somebody coming up. Dog walker. There's only one other car here this morning, so. Morning. Oh, that's new. So a little carved chair. A very popular spot with the dog walkers. See lots of nice spots for the doggies. Yeah. And then the field that you see on the left will be coming back on the top of that. So this is going to be the Drumlin Field Trail. Some cedar, not a lot of cedar in this area. Pine, spruce, maybe some birch. Yeah, too bad it's a fog here. I would do another shot over the lake. The lake is nice. It's not a huge lake, but it is pretty nice. Oh, more people coming. Trail runners. Oh. Morning. What? Just a dog walker coming back. Jeez, I thought it would be just me today. Hi, pretty nice morning.
Beautiful.
Better than yesterday. Whew, a little too hot for me.
Oh, I think that's going to burn out.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. there is supposed to be, oh, we passed it here. It was supposed to be a semblance of a sheep fence where it was just a stack of rocks over top of this hill. May have passed it here. Maybe not, can't remember. I said earlier there was one car in the parking lot. I thought it was the owner going back to the car, but there's another trailhead at the end of this trail here. That's probably where she got that from. Happy Father's Day, Mike. Hopefully things are nice in Newfoundland today. Actually, this is good. This must be the scene in Newfoundland right now. Foggy. Oh, right, Father's Day. Geez, forgot about that. All right. Sheep fence. Where is that? It's here somewhere. They passed it. They used to have an interpretive sign. I'm gonna put that or not. Oh yeah. Oh, that fog's gonna burn off pretty quick. Ugh, 5 degrees. Well, it's 10 degrees here. Ah, there's a fence. There. You see that pile of rocks there? That is supposedly was the sheep fence or the fence that they had on the estate. And then stop to here. This place was set up in the late 1700s, 1800s, early. Like I was saying here, this was a stop of the stagecoach after the first day, even from Halifax. This was a mile. Further up here is a mile 27. Previously did a video, and they did the mile. I think it was 50 miles. I can't remember what's the terminus in Windsor, but they were only they had for the mile markers that were made out of wood. But there was 2 mile markers etched in stone, and one of them is here on the property. Covered that a few years ago. All 27. Then there was another one down in Lower Sackville that got moved. I believe it's at the Fuller's house. A lot of interesting is history. I had bought a book on highways of Nova Scotia. And if you look on the map, the single-digit roads and the highways, they're basically, they follow each other and they're pretty much parallel. But the main reason, basically, mail used to come by boat. And then as they switched the capital from Annapolis and Windsor, well, capital wasn't Windsor, but there was more activity on the Bay of Fundy side. It wasn't until later they moved the capital to Halifax. And the most direct routes across the province really sucked. So they have to go do the long way around. Fundy, down the Miners Basin here, Windsor, Uniacke. So, interesting book. Lost Highways, the old Annapolis Road. As you can see, lots of nice spots for dog doggies. We should be getting close. What's our, let's see, only about a kilometer in. We should hit fork in the road. One, we can go straight, or just a little bit longer. It's another trailhead, and then the left will be the loop back. Don't know if there are any Duran Duran fans, 80s band, but the bassist has been doing a bunch of bassman journey videos on YouTube. Kind of explains how he comes up with the bass riff and gives a lot of background. And was a fan of the Power Station, his little side project, and I talked about that. Of course, now I got that song stuck in my head. Ah, yes. This spot here, very popular. Very popular with the dogs. Alright. So that is my clue that our little loop or junction here is coming up. Let's adjust that. Once we get to the junction here, I'll stop here and I'll see if there's any comments I missed. Get it on, bang a gong, get it on. Oh, here we go. Now I can go straight, and we're at the other trailhead, not that far, or we go to the left and loop back, which is what we'll do. What? Another decision. I can go that way, to the right, hit one of the roads to get to the estate, or go to the left and finish off this nice little walk. I think I'll do that. Oh, I got a funny story. Once we just get to the clearing, I'll tell it now. How long was this? This was a few years ago, back when I was younger, fitter, had good habits. Where I was training for half marathon, had a couple in the can already, and had gotten into the routine to train essentially for 3 half marathons a year, but I wouldn't race because I races is, I don't need that for motivation. Some people need it, but I don't, or at the time. And I was preparing to do the half marathon in Quebec City. And then I had a cousin, her husband, who lived down in Boston, to come up. We had all the stuff organized. Wife was gonna do it too. And then one day, walking my dog on this very trail, we're on leash, and come another dog, and he gave me a pull. And as I stood firm to hold him back, he made me twist my hips, pulled my head, pulled my groin, whole bunch of problems. Oh man, that was funny how that happened. I was out for months, and then I opted to just do the 5K. Big mistake. But that kind of started the downward spiral. Slowly running less. I was able to get back, long breaks. And then when the little one arrived, a couple years later, kind of slacked off with the running and then all that stuff. Anyway, whew. Can you tell where we're going uphill? Just looking at some comments, see if there are any. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard about this research study. They had people listen to people's cough, and the study was to see if people, depending on the cough that the person had, like a rare dry cough or a really wet and mucousy cough, if the person was actually sick. Not with COVID, but sick. And it turned out that we are no good at detecting who's sick, other than we're as good as by chance. So just because somebody sounds like they have a phlegmy cough doesn't mean that they're sick. Doesn't mean that they have a dry cough, they're not sick either. So that was an interesting study. All right, we should be coming to the end. It seems like this went a lot faster than when we first went in. go. Now, I don't know if you guys can see the estate way in the distance, pretty much straight ahead. Might see it through the fog. They widened this. Usually it's just a single lane and they mow down, but I guess they got some spare time now. Not a lot of people. Making it nice and wide. Bench is new. We don't usually put a bench there. I don't think they mow or cut this field down. I think they just let it grow. Just mow down just where you're supposed to be walking. I noticed yesterday when I was doing the live stream that now I also noticed that it takes a long time for the HD version of the stream to get uploaded and get processed. So if you look at the stream I did yesterday, depending on when you looked at it, quality wasn't quite there. It was looked kind of pixelated, but just double checking, it does upload at 720. So, but I think one of the things I noticed during the stream is that when I stop for a few seconds, it kind of gets a little bit clearer. So I don't know if that has to do with pixelization or the movements. Hopefully this is a little bit nicer. Getting my shoes wet. Oh, getting wet. Oh, mosquito. It was funny, yesterday I wasn't complaining about the bugs, there weren't any, it's too hot. The mosquitoes are out though. Yeah, this is a good spot to be here early morning. Usually you run into a dog walker or two, but no more than that. So if you want to do what I'm doing, talk to yourself. I'm glad we're getting close to the end here because my shoes are getting wet. The morning dew is doing a job on my sneakers. Alright, we're probably going to end it here in a few seconds once we get back on the road here. It's been a nice long stream. Saw him there. He's just on the edge of the road here by the parking sign here. All right, that's it. Thanks a lot for following me this morning. And we'll talk to you guys next time.